Welcome to the 144,000teachers.org, an introduction to the extra curriculum Religious Liberty Self-Representation Certificate. Welcome to 144,000teachers.org, a unique online school preparing intelligent, educated survivor. This is the extra curriculum for the Religious Liberty Self-Representation Certificate. Make sure to visit our 3 websites, including 144,000teachers.org, numbers1317.org, and fourwindspublication.org. We need to prepare now, not when we appear before the court. Between the laws of man and the precepts of Jehovah will come the last great conflict of the controversy between truth and error. Upon this battle we are now entering, a battle not between rival churches contending for the supremacy, but between the religion of the Bible and the religions of fable and tradition. The agencies which have united against truth are now actively at work. God's holy word, which has been handed down to us at so great a cost of suffering and bloodshed, is little valued. There are few who really accept it as the rule of life. Infidelity prevails to an alarming extent, not in the world only, but in the church. Many have come to deny doctrines which are the very pillars of the Christian faith. The great facts of creation, as presented by the inspired writers, the fall of man, the atonement, the perpetuity of the law, these are all practically rejected by a large share of the professedly Christian world. Thousands who pride themselves of their knowledge regard it as an evidence of weakness to place implicit confidence in the Bible and a proof of learning to cavil at the Scriptures and to spiritualize and explain away their most important truths. Christians should be preparing for what is soon to break upon the world as an overwhelming surprise, and this preparation they should make by diligently studying the Word of God and striving to conform their lives to its precepts. The tremendous issues of eternity demand of us something besides an imaginary religion, a religion of words and forms where truth is kept in the outer court. God calls for revival and reformation. Taken from Prophets and Kings, pages 625-626. Methods and certificates. 144,000teachers.org is based on 7 methods and this extra curriculum on self-representation in the court of law. The extra curriculum consists of 30 hours of reading, study, and practice time. Each method must be completed before passing to the next one. The methods are followed by a test which allows the use of the material studied. The 7 methods and extra curriculum should take no more than 6 months to complete, depending on each teacher in training, commitment, and dedication. Each teacher must enroll at least one more teacher to receive each certificate. It works if you work at it. The ultimate object of this mighty movement is reaching the cities according to his plan. Methods to complete for certificates and agent contract. Methods 1 and 2, Beginner, Lifestyle Health Counselor Certificate. Methods 3 and 4, Intermediate, Lifestyle Health Counselor Certificate. Method 5, Advanced, Lifestyle Health Educator Certificate. Method 6, Expert, Lifestyle Health Educator Certificate. Method 7, Vegan Restaurant and Better Living Center Agent Contract. Extra Curriculum, Religious Liberty, Self-Representation Certificate. All scriptures are taken from the King James Version unless otherwise indicated. Way of Life 12 Steps to Health program is adapted from the 12 Steps of Alcoholics Anonymous with written permissions since 1981. All Spirit of Prophecy references are used with the written permission of the Ellen G. White Estates since 1988. Extracurriculum, Religious Liberty, Self-Representation Certificate. How to answer for your faith in the court of law. All methods, PDF format, can be copied, saved on USB, or printed. The PowerPoints can also be saved. Part 1. Extracurriculum, Religious Liberty, Self-Representation Certificate. How to answer in the court of law with audio. Principles of Religious Liberty, Explanation of Principle, Arguments and Responses, Application of Principles, Understanding the Arguments, Warning, New World Religion. These studies are taken from www.fourwindspublications.org. Do these presentations with 3 people or more. Make sure to register their names for references and future presentations, and encourage them to enroll at www.144,000teachers.org. Part 2. Extracurriculum, Religious Liberty, Self-Representation Certificate. Preparation for standing on trial. Know your beliefs. These videos on YouTube are very short and they require headphone or extra speakers for sound enhancement. Charged with the crime of being a Christian under a New World Order religion. Court evidences against you. Giving the right answer. The complete study again takes you through 58 short videos. To do these presentations with 3 people or more, make sure to register their names for references and future presentation, and encourage them to enroll at www.144,000teachers.org. Part 3. Extracurriculum, Religious Liberty, Self-Representation Certificate. How to do self-representation in the court of law. How to represent yourself in court. This PowerPoint and PDF supplied are very, very important. There is also additional links that you may want to visit in order to get acquainted on how to represent yourself in court. Although set up for a certain country, these PowerPoints and PDF presented here can be adapted for any country. Self-representation, how to fill up forms and forms to use in court. Very important video. Again, the forms may be for a specific country, but can be adapted as well for your own country. Your court date, from dress code to court rules. This is a must watch in order to get acquainted with the procedure in the court. Common legal terms, legal glossary. Very important video that will give you the language and the dictionary, you may say, of the courts. Self-representative in the court of law. Decree enforcing the institution of the papacy, Sunday. By the decree enforcing the institution of the papacy in violation of the law of God, our nation will disconnect herself fully from righteousness. When Protestantism shall stretch her hand across the gulf to grasp the hand of the Roman power, when she shall reach over the abyss to clasp hands with spiritualism, when under the influence of this threefold union, our country shall repudiate every principle of its constitution as a Protestant and Republican government, and shall make provision for the propagation of papal falsehoods and delusions, then we may know that the time has come for the marvelous working of Satan and that the end is near. God has revealed what is to take place in the last days, that his people may be prepared to stand against the tempest of opposition and wrath. Those who have been warned of the events before them are not to sit in calm expectation of the coming storm, comforting themselves that the Lord will shelter his faithful ones in the day of trouble. We are to be as men waiting for their Lord, not in idle expectancy, but in earnest work, with unwavering faith. It is no time now to allow our minds to be engrossed with things of minor importance. While men are sleeping, Satan is actively arranging matters so that the Lord's people may not have mercy or justice. The Sunday movement is now making its way in darkness. The leaders are concealing the true issue, and many who unite in the movement do not themselves see whither the undercurrent is tending. Its professions are mild and apparently Christian, but when it shall speak, it will reveal the spirit of the dragon. It is our duty to do all in our power to avert the threatened danger. We should endeavor to disarm prejudice by placing ourselves in a proper light before the people. We should bring before them the real question at issue, thus interposing the most effectual protest against measures to restrict liberty of conscience. These are excerpts from Testimony, Volume 5, pages 451, 452. Part 4, Extra Curriculum, Religious Liberty, Self-Representation Certificate, Preparation for Standing on Trial. Once you have completed this study, request the test for the extra curriculum. Administration will inform you of the result of the test, and thank you for your patience.